I am Dr. Rohini Sudhakar as reading this module on social planning. This social planning module is divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. After going through part 1 of this module on social planning, the learners would be able to define the concept of social planning, understand the concept of social planning, describe the context of Rothman's social planning model of community organization, mention the components of social planning, rationale of program planning. So, while introducing this module on social planning, we would like to first go through the definition for social planning, which are diverse. This is a reflection of the vast field of activities that the term social planning can be applied, and the range of perception and expectations of the term held by different groups. Local governments have always undertaken a range of activities that are now encompassed under the definition of social planning. These activities are based on the promotion of well-being in a community and may include transport, health, housing, employment, community safety, recreation, education, culture, community facilities, and the environment. Despite the variations, there are fundamental consistencies that underpin all definitions, including that social planning is value-based, people-focused, participatory, and equitable. Definition of social planning given by Alfred K. Kahn, who defines planning as follows: planning is policy choice and programming in the light of facts, projections, and application of values. Michael Clark defined social planning as a local democratic system for setting priorities, arriving at equitable compromises, and taking action. It supports community needs and interest in social, cultural, economic, and environmental affairs. Kimball Young has defined that planning is a program aimed at socio-cultural change in a particular direction with a given aim or goal in mind. Summer and Keller gives the definition of social planning as it is the development of non-instinctive foresight that distinguishes the man. Merrill and Eldredge have given the definition that social planning is merely organized foresight aimed at accepted goals and based on existing knowledge of skills. Alfred J. Kahn has defined planning as follows: planning is policy choice and programming in the light of facts, projections, and application of values. Boyle has given the definition of program planning that it is viewed as a process through which representatives of the people are intensively involved with the extension, personnel, and other professional people in 4 activities: studying facts and trends, identifying problems and opportunities based on these facts and trends, making decisions about problems and opportunities that should be given priority, and establishing objectives or recommendations for future economic and social development of a community through educational programs. Also, 1962 has said that an organized and purposeful process initiated and guided by the agent to involve a particular group of people in the process of studying their interests, needs, and problems, deciding upon and planning education and other actions to change their situation in desired ways, and making commitments regarding the role and responsibilities of the participants. These definitions implies that social planning is a decision making social process which involves advanced thinking. Social planning is a progressive step-by-step process which uses educational means in defining the goals and situation. Social planning builds around improved technology, people, their needs, interests, resources, values, attitudes and skills, and the end product is written statement of situation, problems, objectives and solution. Thus, extension program planning may be defined as a decision making social action process in which extension educationists involve people's representatives to determine their needs, problems, resources and priorities. Social planning to decide on an extension program consisting of situation analysis, problems, objectives and solutions. Social planning forms the basis of extension teaching plans for a given period. Planning is the process of preparing a blueprint of actions to attain stated objectives within a time frame. The determination of objectives, the specification of targets, the strategy for mobilization of resources, the allocation of outlays to different development sectors, the blueprint of actions including their operationalizations in the shape of policies, programs and their delivery system are aspects which have to be considered in any planning exercise. Social planning is a process for planning social services and its programs. Services and policies, government agencies engage in large scale development, research and planning to address social problems. Social planning is the process by which policy makers, legislators, government agencies, planners and often funders try to solve community problems or improve conditions in the community by devising and implementing policies intended to have certain results. These policies may take the form of laws, regulations, incentives, media campaigns, programs or services. Information is a wide range of possibilities. Planning is essential because it enables us to formulate with some precision what we intend to achieve within a given time frame. Prioritization among various objectives enables us to democrate the more important objectives from those which are less. So, planning gives expression to the idea of intervention and it is a central notion in social development. Advocates of planning contend that social and economic processes can be directed through rational interventions to improve society. The context of Rothman's social planning model in community organization. We will now discuss about this Rothman's model of community organization. That community organization is the process of people coming together to address issues that matter to them. Community members developing plans for how the city can be a place where all its children do well, neighbors joining in protests to stop drugs and violence in their community. Members of faith communities working together to build affordable housing. These are all examples of community organization efforts which were given by Rothman in 1995. Rothman identifies three models of community organization and macro practice. Originally developed in 1970, Rothman's three models of community practice have probably been one of the most influential conceptualizations of macro social work practice. That is locality development, that's a bottom up approach, then social planning, top down, and social action, inside out. The social planning model is in some ways the opposite of locality development. It refers as a top-down model of community change. It emphasizes the technical aspect of solving problems. It assumes that most social problems in large industrial societies are too complex for the average citizens to understand. Therefore, professionals who have specialized expertise must guide and control the social change process through the use of technical skills such as sophisticated data collection and analysis and manipulation of large bureaucratic organization. Participation on the part of citizens can vary greatly, but this model often provides little opportunity for citizens' input into the planning process. Some have criticized this model that it is an elitist model of social change. Social planning approach is concerned with the application of technical skills and expertise to public problems with emphasis on rational, deliberative decision making and planning. The approach is task oriented and community participation is usually not emphasized. As visualized by Rothman, social planners gather facts, analyze situations and use their technical skills to develop and implement programs. This model of social planning refers to the type of community work where a worker or agency undertakes an exercise of evaluating welfare needs and existing services in the area and suggests a possible blueprint for a more efficient delivery of services. It is termed as social planning. It is concerned with social problems, for example, housing, education, health, childcare and so on. Its aim is to affect a large population. The community planner works in that capacity with the government and is often identified with power structure of the community. But basically he is interested in the needs and attitudes of the community and help them plan their future. Social planning is used at various levels of government and in numerous public agencies. In recent years, the social planning approach has received much attention in the areas of urban renewal and health planning. The approach presupposes that change in a complex industrial environment requires expert planners who, through the exercise of technical abilities including the ability to manipulate large bureaucratic organizations, can skillfully guide complex change processes. Social planning can be applied to community development work by providing a framework for the interactional role of social workers and community organizers in applying their knowledge and expertise in developing plans or programs specific to the community that they are working with. Additionally, social planning provides community organizers with an approach for mobilizing resources and generating support for community development projects. While traditionally social planning does not entail strategic planning, practices and skill borrowed from political strategy such as building coalitions and selecting tactics can potentially be utilized as well as to enhance the effectiveness of social planning efforts. Social planning allows community organizers to first investigate and then respond to the community participants' needs. Through social planning, community organizers can determine what the community members view as problems and what they would like to see changed community. Community organizers can then develop plans, policies and procedures to accomplish the changes desired. Strategic policy and action can help communities in need to enhance its well-being and effectiveness, adapt social planning which can be used in settings such as a hospital if policies and procedures are affecting patients. Social planning can be used to establish new policies to benefit the patients. All staff members can collaborate to determine why the hospital is not meeting the patient's needs by discussing the issue with patients and then collaborate with each other to form idea to solve these issues. Through collaboration, the hospital staff and administrators can develop new policies or procedures to effectively serve the patients. So now we will discuss the components of social planning. The first component of social planning is that it has major goal categories which deals with concrete social problems in the most effective way. You can see it on the screen in the table. Now the second component of social planning is that assumptions regarding the community situation. They are substantive social problems or large scale social needs like housing, employment, recreation, etc. Change strategy. In social planning, the data is gathered about the problems and the decision on what best course of action to get. Let's get the facts and make the logical steps is the component of social planning. Change tactics and techniques. In social planning, planners do fact finding and analysis, use inter-organizational relations, consensus or conflicts depend on planners' analysis. Fifth component is practitioner role. Here the experts, fact gather, implementers of plans influence formal organizations and professional which are very much visible. The sixth component of social planning is that medium of change. In social planning, the change is managed by formal organization with the data. Seventh component is orientation towards power structure. Planner represent their employees who are in power of structure. Therefore, plans are compatible with the power of structure. So, eighth component is definition of the client system or prime beneficiaries. Total or segment, that's welfare council and city planners or one neighborhood is there in social planning. Ninth component is that assumption regarding interest of community subparts, wherein factions have conflicting interests which are not easily reconciled. Conception of client population. Here victims of society of the disadvantaged who need a voice. Conception of public interest. Public interests in social planning are transitory, which comprises various interest groups bargaining and influencing public affairs. The 12th component of social planning is conception of client roles. Clients are employees, sponsors, constituents or peers. Rationale of program planning. Now we will see what is the rationale. The rationale is that progress requires a design. Effective education is a result of design, not drift. It results from a plan, not from trial and error. The experience of workers in the education and in other educational agencies has been that progress is made most effectively when a plan of action is set forth and followed. The payoff for educational effort comes when people change their behavior to improve their situation. These results come most rapidly when careful planning is done and when effective teaching methods are used. Second one is that planning gives direction. There are no tests for directing the people's learning in extension. This arguments the difficulty of designing a plan and underscores the fact that planning is one of the most important jobs of extension workers. In planning or constructing a course of study, the teacher should be guided by 5 major factors: the purpose for which the course is offered, its aims, the characteristics and needs of those who are to take the course, the educational environment of these persons, the source of information available, and the requirements or demands of the vocations or other uses to which the learning is to be put. These factors apply to the development of extension programs as well as to the curriculum of the public schools. The factors that apply to the study of situation will be considered more closely a little later. Effective learning requires a plan. There must be consciously directed effort on the part of the teacher to give guidance to the learning process. The direction of this teaching effort can best be stated in terms of objectives. They must be developed with the people to be taught and must be capable of attainment by and with the people concerned. Planning precedes action. The results of an action are dependent on the following: adequacy of analysis of the problem, situation of objectives, and involvement of the people. Through the planning process, questions such as these are posed. What information do farm men and women need most? Which kind of information shall be extended? What information shall be extended first? How much time shall we devote to this line of work? How much effort shall be devoted to this line of work? The answers to these questions lie in the program planning process. Kelsey and Hearne have given the following rationale for a planned extension program. According to them, sound extension program planning, that program planning is based on analysis of the facts in the situation. It selects problems based on needs, determines objectives and solutions which offer satisfaction, reflects performance with flexibility, incorporate balance with emphasis, envisages a definite plan of work. It's a continuous process, it's a teaching process, it's coordinating process, and it involves local people and their institutions and provides for evaluation of results. Thus, it should be said that planning program is an integral part of the development process and ensures better and efficient utilization of resources, accountability and human development. So, in this first part of social planning, we saw the definition of social planning, we saw the concept of social planning, and we also saw Rothman's social planning model of community organization, and we have mentioned the components of social planning. We also saw rationale of program planning. Now, after this, we will discuss more on social planning and in part 2. Thank you.